What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for joining me for some more Road to Regionals, where I attempt to climb the online rankings, try to become a better competitive battler and commentator as I go along. Now, rocking the same team all week with the Charizard Y, the Focus Sash Venusaur, the Life Orb Hydreigon, the Assault Vested Conkeldurr, the Safety Goggle Scizor, and the ever so god tier Scarfed Mamoswine. Thanks to Jack the Battler again for providing me with this team. Really great guy. Go check his channel out. Link in the description below. We're going to jump right on a ladder. We are going to be sitting at a ranking of 1620, being at 48 and 41. It is 11 o'clock at night right now. I waited for them to reset the rankings. Apparently they have not reset the rankings because they said they were supposed to at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's season 13 right now. I don't know why my ranking's not reset, but whatever. And I have to record now because obviously I have work all day tomorrow and Wednesday, so I won't have any time to record for those days, and I want to put content on my channel every single day for you guys, so I hope you do appreciate it anyway. Hopefully we could find a really good opponent so we can get a good match right here, so we can really test this team to its limits. And I really can't wait until it's like season 13 so we can attempt to like climb as far as we possibly can. Trying to put really good teams together. Obviously, the last season was just it was kind of iffy. We ran through a lot of disconnections. There was actually just maintenance on the Battle Spot servers, so hopefully we get no disconnections in this video. And it's taken a really long time to find an opponent right now, so hopefully that won't happen. So, in the past couple of episodes, I have not run into any disconnections whatsoever, you know, knock on wood, but I'm just going to wait until we join another room, and I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, so it actually did, like, tell me to re-register my system, obviously, because of the new season. Now we have a reset our ranking, so we're sitting at a ranking of 1500, 0-0. We have Adrian from Australia. Good luck. Hey, good luck to you, too, Adrian, as well. Well, he has the Credilli. Oh my god, what does he have on his team? This is really weird. It looks like he has the Perlian, the Credilli, the, Tyranitar, the Bisharp, the Volcarona, and I forget what that turtle's called. It's the fossil Pokemon. It's rocking water, and it also gets Aqua Jet, which is something I want to watch out for. But Charizard's a really good matchup right here. Obviously, it's going to be Mega Tyranitar. It has to be. And resetting the weather is going to be a huge deal in this matchup. I could do a lot of damage to every single one of his Pokemon with my Charizard to get a Solar Beam and potentially one-hit KO that turtle. But the turtle has Sturdy. I know that. I don't know their names. I know everything about them, though. It's kind of weird, I know. But who could I potentially lead with right here? He could lead with his Tyranitar, and obviously if I Mega Evolve the same turn with my Charizard, if he Mega Evolves, it will reset the weather. So that's something I have to watch out for as well. How's Scizor looking right here? Scizor's looking pretty damn good. Except that Volcarona, but, you know, can always U-turn out. Oh, I can't really U-turn out. Mamoswine. Wow, Mamoswine's looking pretty good. I think I actually might want to lead Mamoswine right here. Mamoswine. How's Conkeldurr? Ooh, Conkeldurr's really good too. I want to bring Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr and Mamoswine's actually looking a really solid lead right here, as well as the previous episode. Venusaur really not doing too much. Yeah, might not even bring Venusaur. How is Scizor looking? Scizor is looking actually pretty solid. Other than maybe the Volcarona. Hydreigon. I think I'm going to bring the Hydreigon in the back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to bring the Hydreigon in the back. I know I have Dark Pulse, I have Draco on the Hydreigon. I forget the other two moves that are on. Obviously, this is not my team, so I don't know the team by heart. I do know that Conkeldurr and Mamoswine put in a ridiculous amount of work in this team. So I'm going to go ahead and lead them. Basically, just there's so much coverage with this lead right here. And being both physical attackers, he has no Intimidators on his team. That's not going to really make a difference. And I could just basically go for an Earthquake right here, but obviously I will hit my own Conkeldurr, so. Or I can go for a Superpower, which I really think I'm just gonna do right now. Superpower. I think Superpower Drain Punch Perugly is a Dark-type Pokemon. I really don't know what Perugly wants to do. But the Earthquake should KO the Tyranitar. The Superpower should KO the Tyranitar unless it protects. And if it protects, that's fine. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch into the Perugly. He's going to Mega Evolve, so that's fine. I could have led with my Charizard and then protect it and then Mega Evolved. But interesting to see what this Tyranitar wants to go for. It should not be faster than... Well, obviously, it's not going to be faster than my Scarfed. Oh my god! Mamoswine, you're so broken. You're so broken, Mamoswine. I don't know whether or not he was expecting me to be faster, but he's going to go for a Charm. He's going to severely decrease my attack. But I'm still going to get a Drain Punch. Should still do about half damage. Wow, it does even more than that, so... I could just go for the Mach Punch into the Perugly unless it protects. So Charm, and it's not like, you know, the Liepard, which has Prankster ability, so obviously Liepard would have gotten that off first, and I don't know what he's really running right now. It's kind of weird. I'm just gonna go. Well, you know what? Well, I really want to take Mamoswine out here to reset the attack and defense. He's going to go for probably a Giga Drain to the Mamoswine. It should not KO, but still, you know, regardless. What kind of moves do I have on my Hydreigon right here? Draco, Earth Power, Protect. Earth Power would be super effective damage against the Credilli. Could stockpile. I doubt it has it on it, though. Could bring in my Charizard. Giga Drain won't be doing anything to my Charizard. The question is, does he go for an Ancient Power into the Mamoswine? I'm just going to put in my Hydreigon in here. Ancient Power won't do much, and neither will a Giga Drain. And I'm just going to go for... Perugly really isn't doing too much, but I'm just going to go for the safe Mach Punch. And Perugly should protect, though. Really, the Perugly should protect. He goes for Giga Drain. I really can't see much coming from this Credilli, though. And I'm going to go for the Mach Punch, so the Perugly is going to get knocked out. It's interesting to see what this Credilli goes for. Obviously, Credilli is notorious for having Storm Drain, but I really have no... Yep, goes for the Giga Drain. I really have no Water-type attackers on my team, so I think Charizard would have been a better switch-in right there onto the Giga Drain, but in case he went for the Ancient Power, because obviously Ancient Power and Giga Drain would both been super effective damage on the Mamoswine. So if he went for the Ancient Power, which I kind of would have went for in his position, anticipating a possible Charizard switch-in onto the Giga Drain. I was going to put in my Hydreigon to take that. Hydreigon should be faster than the Volcarona without a Quiver Dance, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a Draco onto the Volcarona, and go for a Mach Punch onto the Credilli. Credilli does get that special defense. Oh, I went for a Mach Punch instead of a Drain Punch. Shit. It's Rocky Helmet. Wow, that's kind of interesting. And his Volcarona will be faster. The Volcarona is faster. I just immediately think that... Well, I just automatically think that a Hydreigon will be faster. Not going for the Mach Punch right there just really did screw me over. It really did screw me over. Okay, so bring in Mamoswine right here, switch into the Charizard. I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna bring in Mamoswine and then switch into Charizard so I can get this attack debuff off of me. Alright, it's still not over. It really is still not over. This is really, really sad considering the fact that it is not over. He could go for a Protect on the Volcarona and then go for the Giga Drain onto the Mamoswine spot. I really think he's going to go for that. I really think he's going to protect Volcarona. So I'm going to switch into Charizard. Oh, shit. Well, that's originally what I was going to do, but I was expecting a Protect to come from the Volcarona and Giga Drain. It still shouldn't KO. He's not going to protect Volcarona. Wow, okay, so I guess that was the right decision. This should KO the Volcarona outright. I have no idea why he did not protect Volcarona, unless he does not have Protect on Volcarona. Maybe he's like Rage Powder, Bug Buzz, Quiver Dance, and Heat Wave? Wow, that does a lot of damage. That does so much freaking damage. Holy crap. I'm gonna put my Conkeldurr into that slot. Conkeldurr will live a Giga Drain. Just cannot believe this damn Credilli is giving me this much trouble. Now, do I go for the... Let's see how much damage Fire Pledge does. I want to see... let me see. Fire Pledge, 80, and this is what? 195. Okay, so I'm definitely going to go for a Fire Pledge. I don't have Solar Beam onto the Charizard, so I'm going to Mega Evolve. Make sure I Mega Evolve. Go for the Fire Pledge into the Credilli. And I'm going to get rid of the Sand, which is great because he doesn't have his special defense buff with the Sand being up. Conkeldurr should live a Giga Drain, and hopefully we can bring this Credilli down to at least half health with the Fire Pledge. I cannot believe this Credilli is giving me such a problem, and he could always go for the Ancient Power into the Charizard. I really don't... Wow, that does a lot. Yeah, he's gonna go for the Ancient Power into the Charizard, but then I could just Drain Punch. I should not KO. Yep. Even without... Wow, he gets the buffs! He gets the buffs! I went for Ancient Power with my Charizard 3 times last match against the Gengar, and it did not give me any buffs, but I'm gonna go for the Drain Punch right there, and then I'm gonna go for another Fire Pledge, and this should this should seal the game up right here. Alright, so pretty interesting match against a Credilli that really just gave me some problems right there. Out of all the Pokemon on his team, I did not think Credilli would give me as many problems as it did right there. So picking up a clean 3-0 in the first match right here. Going to face one more opponent for today's battle. And, no, I do not want to save that. I really like this team. I really like this team. it prevents, like, it's such an offensive threat. It really is such an offensive threat. We have the Mamoswine, the Conkeldurr, and the Scizor, which have ridiculous attack. We have the Venusaur and Charizard and Hydreigon, which have ridiculous special attack. I like the fact that Jack basically like has 3 special attackers, 3 physical attackers. The Conkeldurr has a lot of bulk. Scizor has a lot of bulk. Mamoswine has a lot of bulk. And then you have the Charizard, Venusaur, and the Hydreigon that don't have much bulk. But we will be facing another Hydreigon on this team, and Conkeldurr, as well as Double Genies, Metagross, and the Arcanine for the Intimidate support, as well as the Will-O-Wisp. So I could probably... I'm definitely bringing Conkeldurr right here. There's no reason for me not to. I get the Ice Punches off into the Genies. I get the Drain Punch off into the Hydreigon, as well as the knockoff into the Metagross. And I would really like to get Will-O-Wisp. I really would like to get Will-O-Wisp. Question is who I lead with right here. Who is a strong lead against my team? We've seen Double Genies in the previous episode lead against my team. I don't know whether or not T-Phone wants to lead with the Double Genies against me right now. Haven't been doing too much Charizard Venusaur work in any of the episodes right now. Huh. How's Scizor looking? He may actually lead with his Arcanine. His Arcanine's a solid lead against my entire team. Get the Will-O-Wisp off into my physical attackers. Let's go, Scizor. Scizor Charizard? Oh, Scizor Mamoswine. I don't want to leave with 2 physical attackers. Scizor... I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Scizor, Mamoswine, Conkeldurr in the back, and then I go Charizard. Charizard doesn't have hidden power on my team, so I don't know whether or not I want to do that against the Arcanine. But then it presents such a huge strategy. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Obviously, the Hydreigon presents such a huge threat to the Metagross, but I don't know. I just don't really... I don't feel comfortable with the Hydreigon just yet. Obviously, it's not that fast, and with such a offensive Pokemon with a Life Orb on it, I really would like it to be extremely fast, but unfortunately, it won't be. And he does lead with the Arcanine, so that's a huge problem right now. But then I could just go for the Earthquake, and then throw in my Charizard. I was just about to say I could go for the U-turn. He's definitely going to Will-O-Wisp my Mamoswine. He's definitely Will-O-Wisping my Mamoswine. Crap. Alright, what's Scissor's speed looking like right here? Let's check. Its speed, yeah, it will be a lot slower than the Arcanine. Bring in Charizard right here. A lot of offensive threat. You cannot Will-O-Wisp that slot. I might... Do I go for an Earthquake right here? He's going to protect Metagross and go for the Will-O-Wisp and the Mamoswine. He really is going to do that. Ah, crap, I can't protect Mamoswine. I'm going to do it. I'm going to Earthquake. I think even with... He's going to withdraw Metagross. He's definitely going for the Will-O-Wisp into the Mamoswine. He's going to put in Landorus right there. That is such a good switch in on his part. That is such a good switch in on his part. And unfortunately, I don't have my Charizard with me, so my Charizard... Well, Jack's Charizard can't take a Rock Slide from the Landorus. Oh my god, that's not good at all. I will go for the Earthquake, but it will only probably do about like half damage to the Arcanine. It's probably... Wow, that does nothing. And he's going to go for a Will-O-Wisp into my Arcanine. He's not going to do that. It's going probably into the Scizor. What? I would have went for the Flamethrower into the Scizor. That would have just straight up O-code it. Well, okay. This is pretty interesting. Now, I definitely will not be faster than this... shit. This is not looking good. That switch out into the Charizard was not a very good switch out at all. I'm gonna go for another Flamethrower into the Mamoswine slot, so I think Scizor right there, and then going for switching into my Conkeldurr there. If he goes for the Will-O-Wisp into the Mamoswine slot, which he probably won't do, he's probably just gonna Flamethrower that slot. Oh man, I think going for the Rock Slide would have been better, but getting rid of those Landorus is I have to get rid of the Landorus. I have to. If I don't, I lose. If I don't get rid of the Landorus, I lose. And the fact that Mamoswine switched out right there before the Charizard reveals that I have Scarf. So, he definitely would like to know that kind of information. Scizor does avoid, which is freaking awesome. Should not do much to my Conkeldurr. And hopefully we see the Will-O-Wisp into the Conkeldurr. We do not. I am Assault Fested, so it should not do too much, which is good. That is perfect. Alright, so if this is Scarfed Landorus, he will... Protect. Flamethrower is going to come down on that slot. He does not want to Will-O-Wisp my Conkeldurr. I'm just going to go for an Ice Punch. I think Landorus switches out right here. Landorus is mostly going to switch out into his Metagross. Metagross? Oh, it's a Conkeldurr. Okay. I'm fine with that. Scizor will protect. Probably going to go for the Will-O-Wisp into the Scizor or the Flamethrower. Just going to go for a Flamethrower into the Conkeldurr. Perfect. That was a very good prediction on his part. He's playing really good. This is probably a very highly rated player. And obviously when you reset your ranks, you have no idea who you're facing up against. I'm going to go, actually, this is really risky right now. I'm going to go for a Double Protect. Double Protect. What is his Conkeldurr? He's probably going to target down my, I think the Conk targets down my, Scizor. I think he's going to double target the Scizor. So I'm going to go for a Double Protect. I know it's extremely risky, but I think it's my best option right now because I have nothing to switch in on that slot. I do not get the Protect. He's going to Flamethrower the Scizor slot. He's going to Flamethrower the Charizard slot. And Drain Punch probably into the Scizor? Well, I shouldn't have protected right there, obviously. Now, does he anticipate the Protect coming down from the Scizor right now? This fucking Arcanine's annoying. He's just going for Flamethrowers. Alright, I have to do something with my Scizor. I don't think that the Conkeldurr can do much to either one of my Pokemon, so I'm going to double target the Arcanine. Even if I get a knockoff into the Arcanine, as well as an Ancient Power, I still don't think that KOs. But we're going to have to try. Getting rid of the Arcanine right now is the priority, and then Then we have to work on the Landorus. So I'm going to get an Ancient Power off into the Arcanine. It'd be great if I can get a stat boost right here. That does a lot, actually. So I think it's going to go for a Snarl. Alright, I don't mind that at all. I could just switch out my Charizard. And then we're going to get a knockoff into this Arcanine. Hopefully the Drain Punch does not KO my Scizor. And we're going to knock off into the Arcanine. That does KO. Perfect. That was probably right around the range where it wouldn't have KO'd. And he probably was not expecting the, Ancient Power, obviously. That would have not been expected of Charizard. But he will bring in Landorus right here. Question, what do I do? I need my Charizard for the Metagross. Do I sack my Scizor right here and then bring in my Mamoswine and go for the Icicle Crash? I think that's what I'm going to have to do. But he can go for a Mach Punch into the Mamoswine. Yeah, I think I lost this one. I lost this one specifically just because of the Landorus. Landorus and Conkeldurr as a pair, because he could just continuously fire off Rock Slides. Obviously, getting the Intimidate down on my Scizor really means a lot. And then he could just continuously... all of my Pokemon are in Mach Punch range, especially my Mamoswine. That's going to do a lot of super effective damage to it, and Mach Punch should definitely KO my Mamoswine. So I won't even be able to get an Icicle Crash off into this Landorus. Landorus will go for a Rock Slide. I do know that for a fact, so I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, I'm going to Protect. I really can't do anything, and I hope I pull off the Protect right there. And I didn't. Wow, this game just fucked me over right there. Wow, this game just fucked me over so hard. I obviously protected right there with my Charizard. Well, I gotta stop, like, commentating and just, like, really pay attention. I obviously protected right there, but the game, it didn't really want to do what I wanted it to do. Alright, so... I was going to protect Charizard right there, bring in Mamoswine, go for the Icicle Crash. Banking on the Mach Punch not KOing, and then the Fire Pledge. Fucking game. Yep, that's the only thing I really can do. He's probably just going to switch it in his Metagross. Yep, he's going to switch it in his Metagross. So I could have just went for the knockoff into that slot. I lost the game anyway. That Protect just really screwed me over. Really hard. It's going to go for a Drain Punch into the Mamoswine. Yep, Drain Punch into the Mamoswine. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to pick up a loss. I think I was going to lose this game to begin with. Obviously, Landorus presents such a huge problem to this team, and if you don't really have a way to deal with Landorus, and I did, but he played around that perfectly. There's no way I was going to win this game, so I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit, give my opponent the game right there. And very good game to him. He probably is a fucking like 1700, 1800 player, but I can't do anything about that. Conkeldurr is really slow, so he really can't get the Ice Punches off before Landorus will attack, so we can always fire off Rock Slides and get the potential flinch. The Landorus right there, with the Conkeldurr was huge for him, and that's probably what just won him the game, because he could have went for a Mach Punch. If I would have been able to get if the game would have actually paid attention, if the game would have let me get off the Protect with my Charizard, I would have protected Charizard right there, brought on my Mamoswine the following turn, and then went for the Icicle Crash into that slot, as well as a Heat Wave, because if I went for the Icicle Crash into the Landorus, and he switched out Landorus, obviously I would have gotten a Heat Wave off into the Metagross, and even if I got the Icicle Crash Heat Wave off into Metagross, it still should have KO'd it, and if he didn't switch out his Landorus, he would have been KO'd by an Icicle Crash, and I would have got a lot of good damage off into the Conkeldurr, so really, unfortunate that I didn't get that Protect right there. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what's wrong with this game, but I guess I have to, like, click it on Charizard. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I really hope you did enjoy. Unfortunately, we got, you know, a crappy loss in the last one, but it happened, so. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday, tomorrow, with some more Pokemon VGC. Take care.